So you're talking about the agencies involved in this, you know, coming up.
The regulatory agency, they are not up and doing. I'm seeing it here.
Okay.
But let me go to what he has said about the tweet from the Senate, you said Senate President. You see, it's not about making policies. It's about actually implementing them. For instance, in my sector, we have this national cotton, textile and garment policy. You understand me? In 2014. At which the government of today should just, it was projected that by 2015 and 16, the textile sector would have provided about 50,000 jobs, direct. And by 2017, where we are today, about 100,000 jobs. That's what it entails. But nobody seems to be implementing it. It's comprehensive enough, it's detailed enough. If the local content is equally included, how can, okay, now one thing that I must say, if you want to, it's just like any other sector. What about the military, the paramilitary, the government schools? The policy should have been all these agencies should procure or buy their materials locally. And you can imagine how many textile industry will be resuscitated. You understand me? We have how many military and paramilitary agencies? As the last one, we have more than 12. And they all wear uniforms. We have so many government schools scattered all over the 36 states of the Federation. They all wear uniforms.
Who is the one to ensure the standards? Standards Organization of Nigeria?
No, you see, I'm talking of, I'm deviated from even standard now. You see, when the products are available, then you talk of standard. You understand me? You see, I'm referring to the tweet. I'm just saying that in terms of other content, you know, other variables.
Yes.
You understand me? Power, access to funding, raw materials, stuff like that. When it is provided, does the manufacturer have the capacity to actually produce? It's not about capacity. You understand me? Or if all factors are in place, oh my God, Nigeria has the capacity to produce whatever. We even export. In those days, you are aware that when you go to some of these major markets, you see vehicles coming from the neighboring West African countries. You understand? To buy made in Nigerian goods, detergents, soaps, and stuff like that. What happened? It's because we have the capacity to produce.
So what happened?
Yeah, it is exactly the same question.
No, is it because we were not getting, the manufacturers are not getting the patronage that they now decided to drop their quality?
No, you see.
Because I have something here. Hold on. Kayode is saying, talking about demand for local products. He says, I agree that there may be preference for imported goods. If, as one of the panelists has said, some local producers cut corners which reduces the quality, why is the price differential not there so that Nigerians will be attracted to them? I mean, if you have local content, Nigerians love to buy foreign products, but you have the local content. And then you see that because I'm producing local, my price is down there. Nigerians will be drawn to it because it has quality and it's local. But if I now see it's cheaper for me, but there's no quality, why would I stick with the foreign one? But I'm coming. So in that case, I'd accept to buy the so-called lower quality at a much cheaper rate. I think profiteering is a problem. So even if this policy that the Senate President talks about comes through, if that thing about profiteering is still there, who will buy Nigerian products?
You see, let me tell you. I'm talking from the perspective of a union.
That's what I'm saying, because you, the union people, you're the ones working in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So are you guys ensuring that you get the standards you need?
Let me confess to you. You see, when I raised the issue of cutting corners in terms of inputs into what comes out as the output in terms of the product quality, that of course some of these manufacturers actually reduce the inputs because of it's expensive to procure. You understand me? And they need to stay afloat, because at the end of the day, their products are not competitive in the market. Where these products are being imported, they have virtually everything at their disposal. You understand? And they need to cut corners. One, profiteering cannot be excluded too. You understand me? You invest little, of course, 6-figure incomes. You want to raise 12-figure incomes. You understand me? That is what manufacturers, most of them are. And you see, nobody even is planning a long-term investment in Nigeria. And that's another issue. You want to eat your cake and still have it. You want to start now and begin to reap the profits. So to talk to me, that is not, it is a fact that of course profiteering may be at the back of some of these manufacturers. But beyond that, if the manufacturers get the necessary product, the necessary support, and the standard organization, the standardization, the agencies are on duty, and all other things are there. My brother.
Okay, let's go back to you.
There's a comment here for him I wanted him to respond to.
Okay,
from Oluwaseyi Adelagun says, information is power. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria should begin to educate people and make information available on the bilateral trade agreement we have, the content, and then work within the details to come up with standards for the manufacturers.
Okay, if I could just quickly add this. You have issues with exchange rates affecting manufacturers. If you have to advise the government, what would you say is the way out? You can tie it into this.
Well, let me start again with the standards. Local content purchasing. We put standards to whatever we require as a government. The onus is going to be on the manufacturer to ensure that he meets the standard, irrespective of whether SON does its job or does not do its job. So I think that is a very, very powerful. Standards are available through the internet. Now, with respect to multiple exchange rates, I do not, as I've studied economics, and I do not believe in multiple exchange rates. Simple. It does not work. Obviously, for political reasons, we want to keep multiple exchange rates. At this present moment, as a manufacturer, my products internationally are cheaper because of the valuation. And if you have a high local raw material content in your business, then you become even more competitive. So basically that is the case. Right now there's a lot of people, a lot of manufacturers who are trying to get preferential exchange rate to import. At the end of the day, they can't get it. Their factories close down. They don't have, they don't produce. They let down also their clients. So once you lose those clients, it'll be very difficult to get them back. Whereas if you show that you're making an effort to keep afloat and to maintain your clients, and of course, these days the profiteering we're talking about is quite difficult compared to what was happening about 20 years ago and 30 years ago, because today we have market forces that are from all over the world.
Thank you so much for coming on this morning. We've been having a chat with the Chairman, Local Content Group, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, Mr. Vasily Oyebabaropoulos. Good to have you here, and thank you for coming. And former President, Garment Textile Workers, Comrade Oladele Unsu.
Garment and Tailoring Workers of Nigeria.
Okay, thank you for coming on this morning.
Pleasure.
We'll take a short break now on Sunrise. We'll be back in a moment.